Hello, my little Liebfrau Milches, and welcome to another episode of Moohead Radio. I'm your host, Moo, and
Hello.
joining me is Moose and Tony the Calf.
We have all the mammals represented here, really.
Yeah,
We're large mammals. Anyway,
I really like to start off the show with something that is just the kind of petty thing that makes Moohead Radio so
what
different.
it is, because we're all petty people.
Absolutely. And I'm going to add this to the stage. And yes, you're going to see something.
Oh, no, not March Madness.
Yes, March Madness. But this Duke University losing to UConn, what was considered quite the upset. And I wanted you to look at the end of the game that UConn won. And this is really pretty lame-o. But, I'm going to say something else that's, in a way, this is vindication for the city of Cleveland. So let me play this first, and I'm going to...
I have not seen this. I knew they won the game, but I have not seen any of the...
Here it is, the ending. And I should go full screen with this biatch. Okay, here we go.
Cool. They do for Boozer. Bobbled it back for Sarr. Needs to get rid of it. Does for Caden. 7 seconds. Try to throw it ahead. Deflected. Stolen by Connecticut. 2 seconds. It's Mullins up top for the win. Oh, he hit it. With 3/10 of a second to go.
Ball game. Okay. Now, but there's something that's really incredible about this. There we go.
They do for Boozer.
Okay. There's Boozer.
Yep. The Boozer.
Boozer?
Yeah. The two people who handle the ball in this possession are both boozers, and fuck Carlos Boozer in the bunghole. It came back and fucked him in the butt, didn't it?
Is that his son?
Yeah, both of them, Caden and Cam, are on the team.
Honest to God, I do not really follow college basketball at all.
Yeah,
so
after his bad faith dealing with the Cavaliers, I was waiting. The Suns.
I was going to say a word that I shouldn't really say about Carlos Boozer, but you know what I was thinking.
Yes, I mean, the Suns pay for the sins of the fathers here. So again, watch this play from the beginning, and
they do for
this is the guy who is the main boozer. Okay, he's
Foster Brooks of the Boozers.
Yes. So he's going to get the ball. Now, if you see this area in front of him, nobody's home. And you see there's only 10 seconds left on the clock, right? So what's he going to do? Well, the first thing you do is you panic.
Boozer.
Oh, he loses the ball, and he comes over to the corner, allowing himself to get trapped, okay?
Yeah.
One thing that you couldn't have happen, and this dumb fuck does it, all right? But he's going to get let off the hook, all right?
Bobbled it back for...
And so he throws it backwards, all right? And now when this guy gets the ball, it's going to be 8.9 seconds, 8.4 seconds. And now Boozer number 2. Yes. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, it is.
Is that the one by the 3-point line? The
beautiful. Yep.
Okay.
To me, can't you see? Okay. So here we go. Here's the play.
Rid of it does.
So now, look, there are two guys converging on
ready to kill him.
They're up by 2 points.
They're ready to kill him.
They're going to foul him.
They're going to fuck him.
There's only one thing he can do wrong at this point, but he's a boozer.
It is pass the ball.
For Caden.
No, is to
dribble.
wait.
Move.
Right, to dribble into the double.
Yeah, dribble to the double team.
See the two guys and go, okay. All right. So then, if you look at what's up the court, are two Dukies by themselves.
Yep, because all 5 of UConn is in the backcourt or their front court, however you want to look at it.
All right, so
all 5 of them.
So I'm going to do a ballerina hook pass. And look, he's wide open.
He's wide. There's got to be two other guys wide open. No, one other guy wide open.
All right.
As
But
well.
But of course, the first thing you have to do is if you're driving under a bridge, if you want to get on the other side, you have to clear the bridge. This guy is like, I'm going to throw it over them, both of them.
7 seconds.
Oh, it's
No.
tipped at the line of scrimmage. Dylan
No.
Gabriel.
Baker Mayfield.
I can't get it over the line of scrimmage. I can't see.
Okay.
He
So
would be
the
better off doing a bounce pass or even just rolling the ball between your legs. Even
Yeah, anything to use up
Anything.
the fucking clock.
rolling
This
the
is-
ball between their legs will fucking work.
So now you see the ball go straight up in
It's
the
trying-
air. And look, there's the other two guys.
We're over here. We're over here. Are they not boozers? Are they like actual normal people?
Yes. And this guy over here is like, motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. Right?
He's already in the 5 tiers of despair. You know, he's in denial.
Oh, I've never been so happy for
Giraffe.
somebody's
Remember
failure.
the
Throw it
giraffe
ahead to-
thing? Anyway,
So
Yeah.
the guy this
Gets-
is not-
collects the ball.
yeah, we'll do it again here. So the ball gets tipped.
Throw it ahead, deflected.
All right. Now these two guys are already behind everything. So
Yeah, they're well behind everything.
basically UConn put 100% of its faith in that Duke could not beat a press. And Duke said, "Good, we're going to put two guys back here, and bang, tough acting, Tenactin." All right. Instead, this guy's got the ball. All right. And
Ball.
they only have 3 defenders because these
Yeah.
guys, as Carol King would say, well, they're too late, baby. Now.
Stolen
But now they
Although
catch
they
up.
really did try to make it.
by Connecticut. 2
Back to the guy,
Who caught the ball originally.
and boom goes the dynamite.
God, I haven't heard that in a long time. Wow. Haven't heard
seconds.
that.
It's Mullins up top for the win. Oh, he hit it.
Boom.
With
Oh,
3
he
tenths of a
hit it.
second.
Oh,
he
motherfucker.
hit it. With 3/10 of a second. Win by Connecticut. 2 seconds.
Now, what is the Duke defender doing here?
Hey, he ran past him.
There's only 2.7 seconds left,
Yeah.
and he's almost at half court. Why didn't he close out on him?
I
Look,
don't know.
It's Mullins up.
I don't know.
he played Colin Sexton defense. And
This is really
Up for
funny.
the
I'm
win.
glad
Oh,
you-
he
nothing but net. Nothing but net. So,
That's
And you want to know the
hilarious.
most ironic part about that?
what's that?
That Duke's player's Instagram handle is "Put Yo Hands Up." I swear to Christ.
Oh, my God.
Well done, Tony.
Funny stuff. So at any rate, there you have it. I mean,
Oh,
for-
show the thing at full speed again. But I'm enjoying.
no, I've
it.
already taken
Oh,
it
you've
off the
taken it off,
screen.
okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I can
I've
look
already
it up.
had enough of a chuckle. God Almighty.
No, I had not watched Duke play all year, so I didn't know that they had boozers on their team.
That's the best way for their season to end, don't you
Oh,
think?
I can't argue with that.
And you want to
Now-
know what's a sad state of affairs of college basketball? The the projected number 1 pick in this year's draft, Cam Boozer.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You want him on your team now, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good in the crisis.
Do you know that inbounds pass? Michael J. Fox could have handled that pass better.
Yeah, they get the werewolf kid out there. You know?
Go ahead, Tony. Talk about Shakey's Pizza or Little Caesars.
Yeah. Little Caesars, Shakey's Pizza.
Yeah. So at any rate, now I'm going to go serious for a minute because after
No.
that, I'm electrified. I mean, I'm just so thrilled. I tweeted earlier today, these football players are dying left and right.
Oh, no,
former
right.
NFL players.
Nor BCOD deaths.
Yeah, there
And
were two former Vikings died on
that's what I'm
Saturday.
saying. Yeah,
Wow.
2 former Minnesota Vikings, and it's great that you're on the show, Tony.
Yeah.
Just don't be a third because you're a fan, and we can't have that. It's
No, there's so few viewers already that
I'm
the news
actually,
doesn't-
I will say, Mark, I have my doctor put me on Manjaro in October.
yep. Is it
Oh,
working
wow.
for you?
I'm down 40 pounds.
How about that?
There
I'm the healthiest I've been in 15 years.
Yeah, that is quite an interesting medication. Do you know what milligram you're taking?
Just a half a milligram injectable every day.
All right.
Right
Very
into the
good.
thigh. It
you go.
hurts,
The
but
thigh. I was going to ask where you injected to.
yeah, put it in your thigh.
Thank God it's
Kinda
not
that
your
area.
penis.
No,
You know, I mean,
I thought about-
wouldn't that be a hard trade off? It's like, I know I got to lose the weight and I need this drug, but they're telling me I have to
give it
shoot
your
my
penis.
penis with it. Yeah.
inject it right into the piss hole. Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
At any rate, so Joey
Oh.
Browner passed away,
Mhm.
and the
Yeah,
other
refresh my memory on these guys because I don't really.
Tony, who was
Joey
the other
Browner
one?
was from Warren, Ohio.
Yes.
Okay.
Him and his brother played college and the NFL. Notre Dame and South Carolina, which
oh,
would have thought they would have went to Ohio State. Joey Browner was kind of tagged to like replace the Purple People Eaters, I think. it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Before
Yeah.
the-
So he's 80s kind of guy.
He was actually only 65 when he died.
No, I mean like he
Yep.
was around
Oh,
in
yeah.
the 80s.
And then I forgot the other one too.
Keith, his younger brother Keith died in 2025 at 63.
Wow.
All right. And he was a 245-pound linebacker who played 5 seasons in the NFL.
Jeff Simeon.
Yeah.
That was the
Simeon.
linebacker.
The other guy who passed away. Now, I want to suggest something here, and this is going to open up a whole new bag of bones. But the thing that I'm noticing about every one of these stories that are coming from sources like ESPN, Browner died on Saturday. No further details were shared.
Go ahead, Dan.
Consistently across the board, no further details were shared. Cause of death unknown. And you'll never find out how they died. And I got to thinking to myself, what about do you remember how the CTE, the foundation that what was the former wrestler who was involved in that whole thing?
Chris Nowinski.
And Nowinski, right?
Yep.
That they were getting the brains of athletes and testing them, and one after another, it came down to this problem, that concussive kind of issues from playing professional football. But you're not hearing about it anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
And so I really started
Did you
thinking
start
about it.
digging?
So I started looking up some of this shit.
Right.
Here is the sentence or the 2 sentences that killed me. Why are we not hearing about CTE and brain being collected by a foundation anymore? And here it is. Past controversies such as the NFL's attempt to influence research and legal efforts by leagues to obtain autopsy records may have created tension and trust issues, affecting in some cases the willingness to participate in specific league affiliated research. So the way that they killed this whole thing was that they first put out a bunch of lies.
Correct.
And the next thing they did was they obfuscated the entire system. But I want to go one step further, and I really wish that somebody would do something about this. don't you think that these players who were playing back, at
40 years ago.
if the 30,
Yeah.
35 years ago,
Yeah.
were playing before they were, multi
Oh,
millionaires.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
And,
But
and
only
so
the really big guys earned, real money back then.
the shit happens slowly but surely. And, I've heard other, football players who had CTE, and I looked at a bunch of their interviews. They all said that it kind of comes on slow. You don't recognize what's going on, but you're not exactly thinking clearly. And it
Yeah.
slowly, progressively gets worse. In the case of McMichaels, the Bears player, it turned out that he had ALS.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah,
it's,
Mongo. Yeah.
yeah, it's not exactly certain when you're in a situation like that what it is you have, but there's a lot
Yeah,
of
there's-
different damage that could be done from
Yeah,
concussive.
there's so many neurological diseases out there that getting hit in the head is going to help generate if you're predisposed to have them.
So their families, these men are showing symptoms, not like at 65, folks. If you die at 65, you've been showing symptoms for
20 years.
probably,
Yeah.
15 to 20 years.
Yeah.
And it is a progressive failure. When you saw the other guy, Simeon, is that what you said his name was?
Yep.
Yep.
Jeff Simeon. Yep.
Yeah. And then there was another guy who I talked about on the show last week, who played in a Super Bowl game. Well, he didn't. He was supposed to, but he didn't show up for the game because he was confused. And that was his last year of playing. And he ended up dying. And I'm looking at this and I'm saying families need help because the expenses go on and on and on. It never stops until they're dead.
Yeah.
So who is funding these people to keep the players at least taken care of to some degree? And I am skeptical. I'm a cynic, but I would swear that to keep these stories off the headlines, either A, people don't care anymore, and the NFL says, we're getting away with it, or they're in some way doing something with all the money they're making and throwing a little bit of money at the families to make sure that those players at least are on some kind of resuscitative kind of regimen and until they die, in exchange for no brain harvesting, no mentioning of the league, just let them die.
Yeah, give them money and make them sign NDA.
Yep, that is a non-disclosure agreement. The
That is-
heart of Donald Trump and
That
his
is how
affairs.
America and increasingly
Yep.
the rest of the world operates, not just America, my friend.
Yeah, it's just
Give
so
them-
sad.
Throw a
it's
little
sad.
bit of money at them and make them sign an NDA, and the problem goes away.
So if you wonder why you're not hearing about it anymore, probably it's because you're not concerned about it, and chances are you'd rather gamble on the games and just have fun sitting on your little lazy boy chair watching the next guy get paralyzed down the field. But as for me, my friends, I find this hideous, and the specter of this is real in my mind. I'm not saying that this is a fact. It is not a certainty, but there's a reason why we're not, they're not able to get these things anymore. They're not able to get the brains anymore. And the only people who could really benefit from that, the NFL. So much for that. Next. And now I'm coming into the actual chat room.
I'm not on it.
This blows my mind, and you wonder how people who are so incompetent end up in such great financial situations. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you hate Deshaun Watson. You hate him, and you hate him for a lot of reasons. You hate him because of what he did with women. You hate him because he wasn't nearly as good. He got injured when he came to Cleveland. He was never any good again. You hate him because he's an African-American quarterback in some instances, like you did Colin Kaepernick. Whatever reasons you had, and if you're just a fan that wants to win, we didn't win with him, all right? And he certainly was not a high-character profile guy.
No, he wasn't the face of the franchise for a good reason.
Yes. And, Jimmy Haslam referred to it, put it in the rearview mirror and said,
Big swing and miss.
Big swing and miss.
Big swing and miss.
Big swing and miss. And and so, we're done with that. Rearview mirror gone. And
Next.
Here's Jimmy's quote today. Haslam is swinging a whole different bat this year in stating that Watson has a great chance and a fresh start with new head coach Todd Monken in an interview today with a small group of Browns beat writers covering the meetings. Asked specifically if Watson can go from that infamous swing and a miss to a home run,
Oh, no.
Haslam said, it's certainly possible. Woo! There's a lot of quarterbacks. Woo! There's a lot of quarterbacks who seem to be kind of the theme in the NFL who either started, did not start well, and did not take the Super Bowl route, right? Woo! What a great story that is for Sam Darnold. Deshaun started great, and the year before we signed him, he was the second best quarterback in the NFL. And then the suspension and the injuries and all of that piled up, and woo! Can he come back from that? I certainly have. I'm a multi-billionaire since I made that stupid fuck decision. Woo-hoo! He certainly had the ability at one point, and we're cautiously optimistic.
Thank you.
He acknowledged that
He
Watson
really did say that. My God.
Honest to God,
man
I couldn't
learned
make up a
something.
quote like that. He acknowledged that Watson threw the ball well in his 3 weeks of practice in December with no rush and with no receivers.
Yeah.
Then he went on and said, I mean, it's not like, who is this guy, Haslam said. It's like, wow, he's going to look good. But you've got to do it in games under pressure. But he threw the ball well. And he refused to speculate on extending Watson if he plays well, which Browns GM Andrew Berry said there's no rule against.
Wow.
He
That's
also
new.
left handicapping the competition between Watson and Shador as being up to Todd Monken. Now, this is the way the
Yeah, you
Weasel
shipped
Jimmy.
Yeah, that's such a Weasley thing to
I'm
say.
not responsible for any of this. Woo! Give me the money.
I
Show
just
me the
own
money.
I just own the team and get a big shovel out and put the money in my pocket and then ask city governments for even more money and put that money in my pocket.
Look, I can tell you what this is all about. If they put Deshaun Watson back in the stadium, nobody would come. And I'm hoping that that's what happens. That nobody shows up, nobody buys tickets. The stadium is empty, and that Haslam will come out to the stadium and go, woo, what in the hell's going on here? And a bullet hits him in the back of the head and he's gone.
Wow.
This guy's pathetic. This guy is pathetic. You know what he's doing? He's a weasel. The reason he's doing this is not because, he doesn't care what the fans think. He doesn't care. He's building a dome. What he cares about is, well, that was my mistake, but I'm going to make Shinola out of shit. And,
hey, maybe if Deshaun gets injured playing in one of these games, the insurance might kick in and pay some of his salary back to Jimmy.
that's possible.
Yeah, win-win for Jimmy there.
Or if Deshaun looks good, they can dump him like they did Flacco and get something for him at least.
Yeah, get some draft picks, man.
Oh, nah, fucking genius.
Get some draft picks, get rid of that cap space, all that. Nice.
It's just you wonder why the Browns will never win. The same reason that the Bucks will never win now. This guy is just walking talking shit.
He has no redeemable qualities whatsoever,
Nope,
does he?
not at all.
Not that I've seen.
I mean, how do I, and I'll be honest, the vast majority of viewership seasonally is during Brown season on this program.
Everybody knows that.
It's not like well, I guess maybe I do like to bite the hand that feeds me. No.
Boo.
But
That's your catchphrase, goddammit. You can't disown your catchphrase.
I know. But I don't want to stop talking about the Browns because, literally 70% of the viewers will go, bye-bye. And that'll be the end of that. Then I'll just be talking to myself like I have for so many other years.
And maybe Calf every now and then. So, yeah. I mean, it'd just be the three of us showing up.
Yeah, exactly. Like the good old days.
Then you wouldn't even have to bother to YouTube it. You could just leave it as a private thing and we can just sit around and shoot the breeze. You know? That'd probably be better in some ways. But anyway.
Yeah. But I'm not going to stop talking about the Browns. But I'm not cheering for him to do anything except lose. I just want him to lose in the most ignominious ways possible. That's what I want. And I feel bad for the players. And I know they want to win. And I understand what I'm saying, but I want them to lose. I want them to be worse next year than they were this past year. I want it to get worse every single year until they're a back-to-back 0-win team and somebody runs this hick right out of there.
Well, that's what would happen. They would have to be so outrageously bad for the league to step in to get rid of Haslam because there's no other way to legally get rid of him.
Right. Look, if they have the power, like I think they do, to stop all research on brain injuries from football players, then God damn it, they can get rid of Jimmy Haslam anytime.
Absolutely.
Well,
absolutely.
But the league just gave Haslam more money.
I know.
You see that? The Browns have now the exclusive marketing rights in the country of Italy.
Yep. Yeah, I posted about that on social media about a few minutes ago.
Wow.
Yeah, they've got money to go to Italy and get Browns fans.
Oh yeah, when the Browns play in Rome in 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, but even Rome fell, Tony.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought Rome burned the first time. Wait till the Browns step up.
I mean,
yeah, that's exactly what the Romans want is a bunch of Cleveland Browns playing on their behalf.
What I want to see is the confusion of the Cleveland Browns fans who hate Deshaun Watson so much if he ends up starting. That's what it would be worth it for me. Because I want their faces rubbed in the mud too. Because look, I don't want to make a moral argument, okay? When it comes to athletes, you don't know what any of them are doing. I mean, we know that Myles Garrett is going as fast as he can.
Nor should we know what they're doing, to be quite honest with you.
That's right. But
and
at least if they're doing it in a way that is private, we never know.
Exactly. We shouldn't know. If it should be everyone should have a right to a private life, even NFL players.
I mean, obviously, Deshaun Watson is not the smartest guy in the room, and I don't know what he thought he was going to be able to do if he thought he was so overwhelmingly famous and such a great quarterback that he could, get away with what he was doing, and that wouldn't be the case. But it's. I really do. I want to see him start, and I want to see the fans just literally half the fans to disappear, because I can guarantee you that half of the fans would not come to the stadium and watch it. This is the times we live in. It wouldn't have happened 10, 15 years ago. Not at all. But now, oh yeah, it would. And anything that will get Haslam out of Cleveland, I'm all for it.
Oh, 100%. I'm with you.
And we have no control over that, of course.
I'm with you.
So, yeah, I saw the Browns, jumped in. One of the guys that was going to be their backup defensive end, and it's like,
Yeah,
there's-
what's the story on that? I don't know anything about that.
well, I mean, they're not exactly saying, but the guy didn't exactly pass his physical, and so they said there was enough
Oh.
questions that they weren't moving forward with this guy. But it would make sense that after watching Wyatt Teller and watching all these other Browns
Yeah.
players, it's like, who wouldn't want to play 3 games a season and get paid a full paycheck?
Yeah, exactly.
Who wouldn't?
I would do it.
They're going to all flock here and see if they can beat the system somehow. But they don't say what it was that showed up on any imaging or anything like that. They're not saying.
Wow.
He was 6'6", 260 pounds, but the Browns are convinced that, or at least they're not convinced that he is healthy. So, yeah, amazing, ain't it? Only in Cleveland, folks.
I love you, Cleveland.
And of course, at the same time, see, in the hierarchy of the NFL, 32 men, in that hierarchy, Jimmy Haslam is a peon. Okay.
Yeah, he is not in the top echelon of NFL owners by any stretch of the imagination, or in the top echelon of billionaires out there in the world generally. They can piss all over him.
Yeah, I see that David Talevsky. Wait a
Big
second.
workers there.
Yeah, let's see here.
Oh, there's David.
Hi, David.
Hello, Moo.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it, and it's always good seeing you. Got any news for us?
What?
Do you hear this stupid crap involving the 49ers? So the rumors go around that, they think an electrical substation is what's causing their injuries. No, it's not. It's the fucking system you're playing in.
An electrical substation?
Yeah, they got one near their practice facility.
Well, yeah, maybe if they put a windmill up there, one of those electric windmill things, maybe that'll give them cancer.
So
No, the fucking problem is the Shanahan system just fucking causes injuries. It beats up the players who play in it, beats up the players who play against it. It should be fucking barred from the league.
well, I can't. I the whole game.
All three of us are flummoxed, David. None of us can really reply back to that.
Not at all. I mean, I just, I do have a story about the 49ers, but I want to say first, the reason I'm saying that Jimmy Haslam is a peon amongst the owners of the NFL.
Yeah, explain that.
Jimmy decided that he had come up with an idea, and he put the proposal out to the other 31 owners to extend draft picks from 3 years to 5 years.
Trading draft picks?
Right. That it would give you more time. So that if you were making trades, you could trade
your
like
2031 draft pick.
Right, exactly. Instead of just a 2029 draft pick at this point.
Thinking the country's going to exist by then for a start.
But, so the league thought about it for about 10 minutes and went, no.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Yeah, fuck you, you hick. And that's what he is. Yeah. They put him in Cleveland for a reason, to lose. And that's that. And Andrew Berry was stressing on Sunday the proposal was an attempt to create more flexibility and creativity in the trade market. But the very next day, the NFL said, no.
I think they should go with my idea, make the draft order totally random in all American sports.
And you know what the funniest part of it is? Nobody thought that was going to get passed, okay? They didn't.
Yeah,
nobody thought.
They just laughed at it and pointed at him and went,
well, because Jimmy is such a moron, an inbred Tennessee hick. The reason that this is so crazy is that it had no chance to pass muster with the other 31 owners. And at the same time, it opened up a story that they were modifying Myles Garrett's contract last week. And they were saying, we're not trying to trade Myles Garrett. So it literally was like, well, gosh, if we could get it from 3 to 5 years, imagine we could trade Myles and we can get future draft picks from, multiple years and try to rebuild it this way. And it exploded in his face because he's a fucking moron.
Wow.
So it's unbelievable. And get this. Here is Sean McVay's quote, the Rams coach, right? The 5-year proposal met with criticism, including on Monday morning by Rams coach Sean McVay, who told Kay Adams of Up and Adams, if you've never seen that program before, that there's 0% chance, there's no way that thing gets through. He said none of the members of the competition committee supported it.
But why didn't they put out why didn't Haslam put out feelers before he made a complete ass out of himself?
I don't know.
Yeah, he could have.
I don't think it was Haslam. I think it was Barry.
Well, anyway, whoever was responsible could have put out feelers beforehand to see whether there was any sort of play for that, and before you go formal with that.
You know something, David? When dumb is stamped all over it, it's Haslam.
Yep.
I don't think Andrew Berry is dumb. I don't think he's the greatest. I don't like his draft philosophy, but when it has absolute ignorance stamped all over it, it could only be one man.
Yeah.
And that you would open up the possibility of Myles Garrett being traded to the national media and let them run with that story, trying to pass something through 31 owners and not a single one supported it. That's Haslam dumb.
Yeah.
God almighty. So I said I wanted to say something about the 49ers. All right.
Yeah. 49ers.
When their season ended, they claimed that they were going to address Brandon Ayuk, the wide receiver's future with the team. And speaking to the media at the annual league meeting, Coach Kyle Shanahan reiterated that he and general manager John Lynch's previous stance that Ayuk has played his last snap for the 49ers, even if they're not in a hurry to make the move that leads to that end. I don't have a date for it, but I know eventually it'll resolve itself, Shanahan said. Hopefully we could get something for him. I know we're in no rush to do that. You've got to do what's right for the Niners. Hopefully we can get something for that, and it will take care of itself. 2 hours later, the 49ers owner, Jed York, offered a different perspective about the same subject, even going as far as alluding to the potential for Ayuk to remain in San Francisco in 2026.
Wow.
I mean, do these people even talk? I mean, and here's what York said. Well, I think anything's possible, right? And the reason is he wants to get something for
He
him.
wants to get as much return
not going
on his
to.
investment.
No, and Kyle Shanahan just wants the prick off the team. He just wants him gone, and he can't get rid of him soon enough. But nope. You always know that the owner is just as dumb. It's like, no, we can't show our hand because we might actually find somebody dumb. Hello, Jimmy. You need
Jimmy?
a wide receiver, don't you? Woo! Yeah, you're gonna give us the guy you don't have no future with, right? Where do I sign?
Let's bring him into Cleveland. He'll be a great cancer in our locker room.
Hey, it worked with Odell Beckham Jr.
It worked with Jerry Judy.
Unbelievable. Can you imagine 2 hours apart, the head coach being just laid to rest and just like that?
I don't
the
know.
owner?
Yeah, I mean, back in the old days, you didn't come back from that, man.
I mean, to me, it's just unbelievable.
But it's not the old days anymore.
Now, the Cleveland Guardians, I need to talk a little bit about the Guardians.
God. Yeah, I'll very quickly say that I watched part of the game between like the third inning and the fourth inning up until the point where Kafis did his classic slide and was nowhere near the baseball, and I had to turn it off when Rick Manning refused to actually give any cogent bit of play-by-play analysis of that. Because I tell you what, that Australian pitcher that they've got that was on Peacock last night, and the normal Seattle commentator guy, that does the color commentary,
Right.
he is outstanding. He is really good. The Seattle broadcast, when you watch the Seattle game, which I did 2 nights ago, he's really good. And Rick Manning was just like, "Well, Rick, you're an outfielder. What do you think of that?"
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot. But anyway, yeah, carry on. But K,
I fucked Fritz Peterson's wife. Okay, thanks, Rick. Oh, God.
But that play was just typical Guardians.
Well, let me explain what is typical about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're putting a guy who's never played a position in his fucking life, all right?
Exactly. It'd be like putting me out there trying to catch a fly ball.
Now, why in the world would you put a guy in left field and move the best fielding statistically left fielder in the game in Stephen Kwan?
Yep.
Why would you move Kwan back to center? And the answer is, well, we wanted more power from, it's like,
Oh,
CJ Kafis is not a proven entity. I mean, he hasn't done anything. And that he has more power than Stephen Kwan, we know that. But I mean, God almighty, if you have a wasting disease, you have more power than Stephen Kwan. But you have Angel Martinez, who I'm convinced can hit 15 to 20 home runs.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's a much better outfielder. Yeah. Why do we do stupid things like this?
Why is it? And if you looked at Stephen Vogt in the dugout, like particularly last night, he's turned into like an elderly Eric Wedge. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with the guy? The guy looks like he's aged 30 years since when he was hired to last night. It's just unbelievable. He's twitchy and everything.
Did you notice what he was doing in the dugout?
What was he? Oh, tell me what he was doing. Oh, yeah. No, not the twitch.
The Eric Wedge bunny.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable, man.
I know.
Because I knew that the spirit of the team was broken on that play. They let in a run. They knew they weren't going to get any runs off the other fucker who was pitching the lights out, and that let the floodgates in. They lost 8-0.
And I love the way they use statistics on stuff like this. He ultimately covered 107 feet running for the catch, Kafis did, but coming up just shy of making the play. The ball hit him in the fucking hip.
Nuts, basically.
Yeah, I mean, it was just ridiculous. And then Cal Raleigh hit a ball to a similar spot in the 6th against Peyton Pallett, and Kafis was again positioned deep and toward the gap. He covered 114 feet. And then he appeared to pull up early as the ball dropped in fair and bounced into the stands for a ground rule double. Well, I'm not going to dive again, but I'm not going to catch either one.
Well, that's how you lost the game, man. Basically, if you're giving away outs like that.
Kafis probably could catch herpes a hell of a lot easier than he can a fly ball to left field.
Oh, no, you have to score first.
I don't understand how this kind of shit happens. Now, the other thing was that Ciccone, I mean, it wasn't that he pitched badly, but
no, his will was broken, I think.
But here is what he said. I gave everything I had, but all my velocities were down.
Oh, no.
Still, I think I executed pretty well. I think they got a few runs on some executed pitches and a few that weren't. Here's the stats again. Ciccone's four-seamer averaged 94.3 miles an hour last year, but was only 92.3 on Sunday. After Canzone's double fell in that Kafis didn't catch, Rivas hit an RBI single on an 89.5 mile an hour four-seamer up and away.
Yeah.
And then Donovan's home run came on a 92.1 fastball at the top of the zone. And then Saccone says that had nothing to do with why the runs came across. That was just one play, the one that Kafis didn't make on a not so easy catch. Look at 2 1-1 fastballs that were executed well at the top of the strike zone. They just didn't have as much giddy up as they usually do, and they were able to get to them. What's wrong with his arm?
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
Why doesn't the team take notice of the fact that they got a radar gun and they're examining that?
Well, they got so many stats now. I mean, with AWS or whatever they use, I mean, they must have thousands of stats on every second of the game.
45 degrees out there in Seattle, and but what is the reason? And that he's not able to throw with his normal velocity, and I don't know.
Yeah, dead arm.
Here's another thing that I don't understand. They're going to force people. We're talking about, Angel Martinez. They're going to keep farting around with Daniel Schneemann and put him in at 4 different positions.
Yeah.
I mean, does Schneemann have photos?
Is he like the Jewish Army knife for the team or something?
No,
Sorry,
he's
I
got
apologize
pictures
for
on the
that.
manager. It's like, here's Stephen Vogt bending over and opening his ass crack for a male prostitute.
Yep.
Am I starting today, coach? I mean, there's nothing about Daniel Schneemann that makes any fucking sense.
Yep.
How can he be playing in an outfield position? Because he's playing all over. He's not a good
He was at
catcher.
third base the other day.
They force him in the same way with Schneemann. And meanwhile, Angel Martinez, who has a great spring, they sit him and they don't play him. And then they wonder why he only gets an at-bat every 3 games. They wonder, he's not hitting. We got to send him down. It's the same fucking story every time. It's really annoying. And now the Guardians traded Jonathan Rodriguez to the Orioles for right-hander Carter Rusted because he's a relief pitcher. Because
really, I mean, ever since Brian Giles for Robert or Ryan Rincon, whatever his first name was, I can't remember his first name, Ricardo Rincon. They traded away hitters for relief pitchers.
Yeah, and that but that you'll know what's going to happen. You know what's going. Yeah, Jonathan Rodriguez. He is going to go up there and he's going to hit 27 home runs.
All-Star game in 3 years.
He's going to do what Nolan Jones did in Colorado when he come back to Cleveland. He can't hit a ball. Now he's not even in Cleveland no more. So Jonathan Rodriguez, if you're looking for something, if you ever thought he had a chance, this is his best chance.
Yeah, he's now got a chance now. Shelly Duncan.
How was Travis Bazzano looking? Not good, huh?
Why would they draft an undersized second baseman? Why would they? And you know what they said at the time they did it? They have that a first round pick like that, and it's like, he has the same swing mechanics as Stephen Kwan, and I'm like,
oh.
I don't know. What we do know is that Gabriel Arias isn't going to be around too long unless Bazzana does what every other guy does, and that falls apart in the minor leagues and starts hitting like a 240 in the minor leagues and just goes away. And then you'll be reading about a couple of years from now, all the people who were drafted ahead of him or even just below him that became great hitters, and Bazzana didn't become anything.
Make it stop.
I know, make it stop is right. Now, and here's the other thing. You got some goofy fan who's singing the song, the Hallelujah, I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord.
Maybe they can drown themselves like Jeff Buckley.
Well, yeah. Well, here's the deal. There's a guy singing the praises of Chase DeLauder after 4 fucking games. They set themselves up for disappointment.
Correct.
The pitchers don't know what Chase DeLauder can do and can't do. One thing we know, he has inordinately good bat speed, but he's striking out an awful lot, and everybody is getting film on him.
Yeah.
And why they put this pressure, they build these guys up to Joe Charbonneau them. I mean, they make them into local heroes. And before it's really earned, just shut up. Let the guy develop. He's gotten off to a great start. Pitchers and teams are going to get smarter.
Yeah, it is a Leonard Cohen song. Rick.
It is, yes, it is a Leonard Cohen song.
But
You know, I am so glad that people remember who I am. I talk about my, if I had Jose Ramirez, it would have been all different for me.
I'd still be managing.
But look what I got. I got Jelly Duncan. I've been doing it for decades, folks.
Oh,
it's always nice. Thanks, Ron.
We love Maniac, huh?
Hey, Euclid Kurt, how you doing? I love you, Kurt.
I don't know whether he's still at Seattle, but I think Maniac, the last stop, was there.
Where?
I could be wrong. In Seattle. I think he was there for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Anyway.
And so you want to hear what I consider the most ridiculous headline I've ever seen?
Oh, no.
Okay. Guardians fans react to Chase DeLauder's hot start with comparisons.
Oh, no.
Ranging from Jim Thome.
No.
To who? Who's the second one? It's like ranging from Jim Thome to
Grady Sizemore.
Ramirez?
No. You're going to die when I say this. I couldn't come up with a better punchline.
Not Rocky Colavito.
No.
Nick Swisher?
No.
No.
No. Get this. Von Hayes.
Von Hayes. Oh, God. Yeah, I remember Von Hayes. I bring him up every now and then, don't I?
Oh, God.
Von Hayes.
Hmm.
The thing about his swing that seems to be the talk of the town is that it reminds me of 1930s, 1940s batters, left-handed batters like Jimmy Fox and Ted Williams and such like. Not that I'm comparing them to them, but yeah, it's sort of like a more of a controlled swing, and he shouldn't be striking out with that swing. I mean, if you want to see, I bring this up every now and then. Lou Boudreau in 1948, right-handed hitter, player manager of the Indians, won a world championship. He had a phenomenally low number of strikeouts during his MVP season. It was something like 13 strikeouts in 500 at bats. It was something absolutely outrageous. And if we actually had a hitter that brought back that sort of 1930s, 40s skill where they made contact first and then worried about where the ball goes second, that would be fantastic. But
well, the challenge in the major leagues now is making contact because the strikeout rates are so much higher.
Yeah,
so
and the ball moves around far more than it
Yeah.
did back in that. Once they got rid of the spitball in the 20s.
And you got to be
ball's dead.
guessing. You got to be guessing to some degree
Yeah.
playing this game because guys are coming up throwing 99, 101
99.
miles an hour, and and then the off-speed pitch, and the ball sails what looks like it's
Yeah.
going to be, just kind of a chest-high fastball, raises above, and you can't catch up to it.
Yeah, and the backgrounds are bad because you're playing at night and you can't see the ball as well, or you're playing at 4:00 in the afternoon because Peacock wants you to play, in prime time on the West Coast and all this shit. Yeah, it's much harder to play baseball.
DeLauder has one base hit. He's got 3 home runs.
Yep.
And he has got a bunch of strikeouts. So just give the guy a break, man. Let
Correct.
him break in, and when people move to certain teams, they become dumb. All right.
Yep.
This is another one of Mr. Moohead's beliefs. A guy can be totally good player and come to Jimmy Haslam and become a complete fucking moron. He can turn people from involved and great teammates into poison.
Problems. Yeah.
That guy is poison.
Yeah.
Like Odell Beckham Jr., right?
Correct. Yeah.
Well, now free agent wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. wants to return to the New York Giants, and the Giants are at least open to looking into adding him.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not making this up. The obvious pat answer would be you look at every option. New coach John Harbaugh said Monday, and if Odell is an option, we'll be looking at him for sure.
Wow.
Harbaugh's not going to be able to handle that.
No, but why would they even consider it?
He's hurt. He's washed up. I mean, it'd be
And
like
you're
bringing
playing
back
with-
RJ 3.
And he brings everyone around him down.
He still
The
has
way I
his
look at it is
father.
probably it'll be his last year, so he's probably going to retire with the team that drafted. That's the way I look at it.
Do you really think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame?
He's not going to. I've never said he'd be in the Hall of Fame, but at least
Hall
said
of
he's gonna
Fame
probably
of
retire
what?
with the Giants.
Exactly.
Being a
I mean,
lousy
so why would
teammate?
you go back to the team that you start with for your last year then, if you're not looking?
Austin
for
Hooper
some
just
sort-
did that.
Yeah. I'm flummoxed again.
I'm flummoxed completely. And John Harbaugh was brilliant as a Raven. Right? And now the first thing he's doing is talking to Odell Beckham Jr.'s agent and father.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so easy to go
Keep
after
this in mind.
shit.
We're getting the
Yeah.
Giants on the schedule this year, so you're going to see Todd Monken versus Harbaugh. You're going to get to see who really is the better of the two there.
Mm,
Well, no,
no,
you're what,
they don't have the same teams. Yeah. come on.
now I'm really flummoxed. Do you really think Todd Monken is going to be able to do anything with the roster that he has? I mean,
Mm,
no. I mean, but he's got a job, which is
Yeah.
more than a lot of people can say.
yeah, he's one of 32 NFL head coaches out there. So
That's right.
that there are far more multi-million-dollar lottery winners than there are NFL head coaches out there in the world.
Now, here's to end the program today. The reason that hot takes really make me vomit. All right. And that's all we get now because we're kind of at just the beginning of a baseball season. There's not enough story to tell. We're not in football season and there's just not enough activity. And
The basketball season's winding down. to the
winding down,
playoffs.
and everyone just wants to say, fuck it, hey, just get into the playoffs, would you?
Yeah.
So just a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago,
Right.
all over Cleveland media, the one thing we don't want to play the Orlando Magic in the playoffs because I think they beat
God.
us. Now you see,
Okay, Carmen.
yeah, right. I mean, look, I'm a fat fuck, okay? So I can call anybody a fat fuck.
Yeah, I'm gaining weight as well, to be fair too.
I mean, I know a
Funny thing is-
guy when I see one. What an idiot. Who comes up with this? If you're wondering why I'm bringing up the Orlando Magic, if you didn't see, the Raptors played them and set a record against them. The most dubious of all records you could possibly imagine. And the Magic, they don't have Suggs, but they never do. Okay.
No,
He's
no,
always injured.
He's hurt more than Garland's hurt. God damn it. He's hurt a lot.
So the game was, the Raptors were trailing 20-14
Okay.
with 5:30 left in the first quarter. But they proceeded to set a play-by-play era record of a 31-0 run.
Yes.
Those are the kinds of adjustments I love to see. 31-0.
That's awesome.
And the next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. I mean,
Where was that
Orlando,
at? Was
and
that
get this.
Orlando?
Yeah, Orlando, after beating Sacramento on Thursday to stop a 6-game losing streak, folks,
Yep.
found itself buried by the Raptors after a miserable opening quarter. Orlando committed 12 turnovers in the first quarter,
Wow.
leading to 14 points for the Raptors. They had 28 turnovers for the game.
Shit.
And yes, Paolo Banchero was playing.
Wow.
If you take a look at take a look at the standings, folks. Get a little peripheral vision here. They're dropping like a rock.
Yeah. I'll make my offer again. If there's anybody out there that owns these ESPN Cleveland talk radio stations, I will do the job from my house for 1/3 the price of these idiots, and you'll get at least as good a commentary.
There are two teams.
So,
yes.
oh yeah, I was gonna ask. So, if the Cavs stay at the 4 seed, do they still play the 5 seed in the first round, or does that have to change with the play-in and all that shit?
Well, the play-in is separate. They're going to get 8 teams. So 1 will play 8, 2 will play 7, 3 will play 6, 4 will play 5.
Yeah, but whoever comes out of the play-in, the highest rated seed will go play number 2. The second,
As of right now, I think
highest-
the Raptors are 5th. So that's who
yeah,
probably the
well,
Cavs will
we play
get.
the
first.
Raptors then. We would
Yes, right
absolutely
now
play the
that would
Raptors.
be they're 4 games behind us. So realistically, the Cavs have 8 games left. If Toronto
If
went
Toronto
8-0 and
passes,
the Cavs
and
went
they
4-4.
deserve- They deserve to be ahead of us if they can pass us.
That's right.
Mm,
But the Atlanta Hawks have been hot. Okay.
yeah, or were hot. I think they were like 9-1, and now they've fallen back.
But in their last 10, they're 8-2. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're eventually that momentum will stall because they don't have all the pieces in place. But they love to play helter-skelter basketball, and that's what would make them a problem for the Cavaliers because they're young, athletic, and they will fire shots up from all over the place.
Yeah,
You saw what the
young.
Heat did to the Cavaliers the first game that they played.
Yeah,
The Cavaliers don't play at that pace well. You also saw what
Would
happened
the Raptors be a problem?
with the Raptors. I don't consider the Raptors to be a big problem.
they don't have the same talent level.
Right.
Agreed.
And
Yeah.
again, it's styles. It's like when you're
Yeah.
talking about a boxing match,
Correct.
styles match up or sometimes they don't. And, if a guy is a big, like the worst thing in the world was George Foreman going to fight Muhammad Ali because it's like it's all wrong for him,
Yeah, correct.
George Foreman fighting Joe Frazier. Oh, that was really good,
Yeah,
Eh.
stationary target was great for George Foreman. Anybody that had half a brain and could move around, not so good for George. You love George.
Yeah. The late George Foreman. And we don't know how he died either.
No,
No.
he could have.
They
had a
never
gr-
released any
He
information.
could have had a
on that.
grilling accident. Who knows?
God.
Sorry, I'm here all week.
Thanks for that.
Try the veal.
I got to collect my thoughts after that.
Okay, we have not really talked about the Cavs at all, though, have we? We've kind of
Well,
gone the whole hour.
I'm looking at the peripheral of this, and everybody's talking about, well, who are we going to play? Who are we going to play?
Who are we going to play?
And it's foolishness because at this
It is.
point, there's, and I'm just looking at the standings. The Heat have gone 3-7 in their last 10. The Magic 3-7 in their last 10. The Hawks have been 8-2. The Raptors are 6-4, which isn't like, jumping up
No.
and down for joy. The Cavs 7-3, the Knicks 7-3, the Celtics 7-3, and the Pistons 8-2. So the teams that are, are finishing the season relatively strongly are the top 4 teams.
Correct.
Whether you like what's happening to the Cavaliers or not. Then we have, God, things are jumping into my head. Channing Frye, the former Cavaliers player, came out and said, "Hey," no, he came out, and he said,
That caught
now
me
I've
off
lost
guard.
my train of thought.
What did he say? He came out and said, "Hey,
Hey, yeah, no, he came out and said that Evan Mobley was playing, that he looked scared, and that's made all the
oh,
headlines.
that's helpful for Evan. You know,
Yeah,
ex player on the team says you're playing scared.
yeah, beautiful.
I
Huh?
mean, it's one thing for an idiot like me to say something about Evan Mobley. He can just totally write it off. But when an ex-player comes out and says that in public, you know, that's a different kettle of fish.
One thing that I will tell you about Evan Mobley, I mean, everyone's saying now, "Nah, he turned out to be not a unicorn. He doesn't even have one fucking horn."
Yeah, he has no horn.
Yeah, he's no good. He's overrated. He's worthless, and he didn't. No. I mean, if you're scoring 19 points a game, you're getting 8 rebounds a game, and in his last 20 games, he's shooting over 60% from the floor. They keep changing what he is supposed to do, and they flooded his head with all kinds of ideas. And I'd say he's really confused. And if you put him down in the paint, if he's not getting a running start where he can just make a move and kiss it off the backboard or something like that, he has no power move. He just lacks the strength, and he starts the head and shoulders fakes and all that stuff. I think they've thrown way too much at him, and it's like the bipolar nature of Kenny Atkinson that it's like he can't stick with the lineup. I'll tell you what Kenny Atkinson is going to do to destroy the Cavaliers, and he will be fired. I guarantee you he'll be fired because Dan Gilbert's not going to put up with it.
Yeah.
By playing Schroeder these games and counting on him as a backup point guard is the biggest mistake you could make. The biggest mistake. He is just not athletic by today's standards. He's almost 33 years old. He's not a secure ball handler. He's not a great passer. He takes bad shots, and he's a lousy defender.
Other than that, he's fine. Like Adamant. What do you do?
Yeah, but you can't afford in the playoffs to put a guy who's a big minus on the court, no matter who he plays with. It isn't Evan Mobley, folks. It isn't Jared Allen, folks. You got guys, and that's why Max Strus is going to be getting a lot more playing time. Because, you've got Strus and you've got Merrill who can make it rain from behind the 3-point line. That you got.
When they're in the mood to do it.
But Jalen Tyson is a forgotten man now.
Yeah.
Because this is
He's now injured.
they talk about Trump derangement syndrome. Well, there's Kenny Atkinson syndrome. And he loves players, and then he goes cold on players. And he goes hot on a player, and he goes cold on a player. And it's the players lose confidence. Invariably, they lose confidence. Cavaliers play tonight at 9:00. It'll be on FanDuel against a Utah team that, I was looking at that, and it was like,
well, they're dangerous for the Cavs. They always have sort of been.
But the Cavaliers are a 17.5-point favorite on their floor. That's a little bit excessive.
You know what I say about
favorites
against the Cavs.
Yeah. But again, if I were to look at let me see here.
17.5. Wow.
I'm going to go into teams here.
Oh,
and I'm
look at something.
Got to look at Utah before we get off here. And if I go to the Utah stats, they got George at one guard. He's averaging 23.6. They've got Lauri Markkanen. I don't know who's playing for them. Let's see what their injuries are, if any. Isaiah Collier is out. Keontae George is out, and that's their 23.6.
And Markkanen is out. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it does look that way.
Well, maybe then they should be 17.5 points.
That's probably the reason why they are. Yeah.
Yes.
And
but
and yes, and Stephen Rose, you're absolutely correct. They're tanking.
yeah. So that may. I would like to point out that the Cavaliers are 26-35 versus the spread, where Utah are 37-32. So people expect fuck all out of the Utah Jazz and expect an awful lot out of the Cavaliers. So
Wait a minute, I got to do something. Oh, Cavs will make it happen.
Come on, Cavs, we're gonna make it happen.
You know what I used to do? But that stupid song, and I hear it, and I would put my own sound effect. That stupid trumpet they threw in.
That
and
trumpet thing's great.
The trumpet thing, no, I would superimpose an elephant noise. Let's see if I can still do the elephant, Tony.
Tony's gone.
Oh, he's gone. Tony.
Gone.
Wait a minute.
Not the elephant.
You got to get the trunk.
Never seen the elephant before.
All right, wait. All right, thank you.
Wow.
Cavs will make it happen.
Yeah, don't bet on the game, Stephen.
Yeah, well, but this is true. The Jazz were up 15 over the Nuggets and benched their starters the entire fourth quarter and said, "We got to lose.
We got to lose."
Yeah, unreal. So yeah, 9:00 FanDuel. I'll be there. You'll be there. We'll all
the
be
Utah
there.
Jazz are 1-9 on their last 10. They're going for it. 1-9.
You got to go for it now before they change the rules, right?
Yeah.
And those who are tanking it, and look at the Bucks.
For those who are about to tank, we salute you.
Well, that one game was a 53-point differential.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you lose by 53 points?
Wow.
You know, but hey, thanks a lot, Moose. Thanks a lot, David. Thanks a lot, Tony. Thanks a lot to everybody out there in Moo Land. I appreciate your support, and the collection plate will go around.
Yeah, and to avoid head injuries, you do not want CTE when you get older. So don't put your head in the way of something.
Yeah, no, look.
Pass in the collection plate. Do you take checks?
Checks.
Checks.
You guys still have checks. Mark, they still have checks.
We take Russians, not checks.
We take one. You have one, we will take it. If you want your oil, you pay us one.
God. So thanks, everybody. I appreciate, and as far as the collection plate, I'm just being just silly. As
I know that.
Nobody in their right mind would pay this mug. I mean, if I were a handsome man, you know.
Oh, if you were like Scott Hansen on NFL Red Zone, my God, people would just
absolutely
throw money at you, and they're
maybe you could be the band Hansen.
The what?
The bad Hansen.
The band Hansen.
Oh,
M-Bop. Bop, bop.
Yes.
Bop.
Do that, do that.
All right, everybody. I'm out of here. I'm going to jump into the shower, and so I can watch the Cavaliers game. I also have to cook dinner here. So, hey, I'm being pressed by time.
Is it that you always have to have a shower after this program?
It makes me feel so dirty.
Yeah,
honest to God. It's like I'm talking about Jimmy Haslam, and it's like the soap just looks so good.
I can't scrub hard enough.
God almighty. All right. I'm out of here. Thanks. Enjoy the game tonight. And until Friday, hasta la vista,
Are the
Pastor
Guardians playing tonight? I think they are.
I don't. Are we ever going to get off the air here? You know what? No, they just left Seattle, didn't they?
Yeah, I think they might be playing again now.
No, they're traveling, aren't they?
Rick May would know.
Rick May's long gone. He's probably the smartest one of all of us.
No, they are playing the Dodgers.
Oh, well, who's going to stay up for that? When's it start? At 1:00 in the morning?
It starts at 3 a.m. my time.
Well, what is it for the normal people? What is it?
Oh, 10 p.m. I think your
Oh,
time.
God, I'm not going to stay up to watch that. Disappointment. All right, I'm out of here. Until next time. Hasta la vista, Pastor Heads.
Leave,
Good
leave,
night.
leave. Go, go.
Bye.
Run away. Run away.